Hello, friends. Namaste. I hope that all of you are doing very well in your life. The purpose of recording this video is highly spiritual and sharing the information or knowledge which I have acquired over a period of time. Because when I have started with the YouTube channel for the purpose of conveying or telling other people about the presence of me in the field of astrology. As I have started my journey in a different way as compared to conventional astrologers, and I still don't say myself as an astrologer. I treat myself as a teacher or a student of astrology. The purpose which I derived during the study and you can say acquiring the knowledge during this process has to be shared with some other people, but only for those among those people who have energy like me. Because astrology has been or had been never free for anybody. People say this is free for everybody, but astrology never comes free to anybody. The concept which I used to say or used to see from other platforms or on social sites, some people talk about past life, present life, and future life. And they have different methods or different techniques to tell about those persons. And out of this universe, say for example, 5% or 2% people only like to know about the past or the future. Rest of all the people are very much interested in performing their karmas in this life, or in more appropriate word, about their growth in this life, which is but not obvious that there is a saying that we have to live in the present. We have to do all the works or all the things for the survival. And that is the basically present. Every day we have to survive in this world. While listening to others or getting an insight from the Almighty, just I want to convey my own intuition, which I get it with the help of Moon Ketu. Some people say it is a Mercury Ketu, or some people may take it from the other planets. I never have any question or any doubt what other people have said. They have their own freedom, just like I have my own freedom. But when your intuition grows, your difference of opinion also start reducing with other people or from the society point of view. Now, the basic thing which I am going to convey, I am showing two charts. One is of a famous astrologer, another is of, you can say, a normal person who is doing his karma without going into the details of the astrology. In the first chart, you can say I have marked in a square bracket or a rectangle bracket the signs or the rashis where Ketu, Saturn, and Rahu is there. Because during my study, I come to know that being nodes, north node and south node, that is Rahu and Ketu, they are the basically two nodes which acts for the planet moon. Moon represent water or storage system or information storage system or your mood swings, whatever you want to say. That two nodes in that sense will be represented by Ketu and Rahu. I intentionally take Ketu first, Rahu later, but some people say Rahu Ketu. I only like to say Ketu and Rahu. Ketu is basically your Sanchit Karma. Ketu basically is your Sanchit Karma. Wherever your accumulated karma has been stored in your chart, it has to be represented from the Ketu. And in this world or in this present life, you are here to perform that karma, whether that Sanchit karma has to be your bad, good, or whatever one you want to say. But your karma has some information, past history stored in Ketu. And Saturn is your present life karma, that you can say prarabdha karma or kriyaman karma, whatever you would like to say. That means in this life, when you are going to start performing your prarabdha karma, the prarabdha karma will have a flavor of wherever your Saturn is there, but it has to be minus while performing from your Sanchit karma. That means you are doing your present prarabdha karma only to reduce your pending Sanchit karma. If it is Sanchit karma, very big positive, you will enjoy everything at your home. You need not to work, go outside. Everything will be just like you had born in a king family, and there are a lot of servants to serve you. And they will serve from early morning to till night. You need not to even ask for anything. Everything will be available in platter, or you can say just by seeing your expression, rest of the people will do the service to provide that. And Rahu is basically your Agami karma. Agami karma doesn't mean that it is your future birth. Agami karma means whatever you are doing at the age of 15, after 10 years, whatever you are going to get, that is basically Agami karma. Like that you can say. But Agami karma, if you have a belief system in birth and rebirth, anyone who comes into astrology basically have the concept or idea of birth and rebirth. Because when we are having this intuition or when we have this thought process of birth and rebirth, then only we will be having some information that whatever we are doing is a destined thing. Because astrology is, in my opinion, 80% or 90% is a predestined or destined thing written in your chart. Whether you want to read it or you just want to go with the flow of water. But astrology makes or help you in understanding that journey, how you can do it beautifully without getting into tense. As a student of astrologer, I cannot say that your destiny can be changed until unless there is a scope written in your chart or modified or it break or stopped. That means as a student of astrologer, we just try to see that in your chart, if you remain positive and you follow that energy with a positive thought process, that means you are ready to share whatever you have with other peoples. You are ready to help the society because God only have sent you in this world to help others. Either you have to take help from others or you have to provide help to others. If I'm only expecting help from others, there is no exchange of energy. That means whatever your destined things are there, you are going to travel or you are going to achieve that with the help of exchange of energy. Exchange of energy becomes of paramount importance in astrology. Why I'm saying in such a way that you whether use Vedic astrology, Bhrigu Nadi, KP, or numerology, the same thing has to be studied in such a way that your predictions remain same, irrespective whatever technique you are going to use it. If it is correct, it will show the same. Now, in India, as far as the Vedic astrology comes or mentioned, Vedic astrology or Prashara astrology or Bhigunandi Nadi astrology or KP astrology are one and the same thing. There are the different techniques to tell about the same event. Why I selected this topic of Ketu, Saturn, and Rahu? Because this is an access. Your journey, your destiny has to be read it with the help of these three planets. Whether you use the concept of house, you use the concept of Rashi, you concept the aspects in a Vedic way or in a Bhrigu Nadi way or in a Tajik way, it doesn't matter at all. It's only your way of reading the things with the help of these three planets. If I talk about particularly from the first chart, Ketu is in Virgo. Ketu is in a Virgo. Virgo is a Rashi for perfectionist. When this native comes in this world, he will try to become perfectionist. His energies will start from the perfectionist. I have no interaction with this person. I have just seen or taken his birth detail from the internet, and I am giving due respect because every astrologer takes his charts of the famous persons, but I read it in different way. If this person has a Ketu in 6, that means his Sanchit karma will start from as a perfectionist. Whether he will become a perfectionist in research and organization, or he will become perfectionist at home or at some other place, but whatever he will does in this life, he will become perfectionist in that. This is the starting point. And the Taurus sign says, or it indicates that native has to continuously perform that karma because Saturn is in Taurus. Now, this native has to continuously perform that karma. I'm not taking influence of other planets because the idea of this video is only this, that if we have to improve our life, we have to take into consideration Ketu, Saturn, and Rahu. Now, when the native is going to continuously perform, Agami karma has to be represented with the help of Rahu. Rahu is in a Sagittarius sign. Sagittarius sign indicate that native will become an all-rounder or a teacher or a preacher or something like that. But he will, whatever he have accumulated for the future or agami, that will result into some wisdom of Jupiter. That means he will become all-rounder in that. Nowhere till at this stage, I have mentioned that this person will become an, you can say, astrologer, or this person will go and serve in Navy. I am just saying that. If this is the destiny, now that path is also mentioned, but that is not the scope of this video, but I'm saying whatever he will does in a way that his starting point will be perfectionist. He will perform continuously, and later on he will become a very wisdom person, or you can say all-rounder person, or his status in the society will be high. This is the thing in his chart. Because Rahu in this case is in Pisces. Pisces preacher or teacher or pujari. That's why the people will give him respect. I overlapped these two charts. Now, similarly, in other chart, if Ketu is in 3, Virgo gives an opportunity, this Gemini gives an opportunity to the native so that native can express something. He will express throughout life, whatever he does, he will express in that area, because expression is main root, main sanchit karma. And again, while expressing, he has to, because Saturn again in Taurus, just like the first chart, he has to work continuously for the field of expression. But in the previous case, that person have to work continuously for becoming a perfectionist. And in this third chart, in the second chart, Rahu is in Sagittarius. Now he will, whatever he does, he will become a all-rounder perfectionist. And in the previous case, 12th, Rahu is basically a priest, or you can say religious preacher, or you can say a scholar or a scientist who will do a lot of activities for the benefit of the society. So that means if whomsoever this chart is there, chart is there, that person have this destiny written in his life. And whomsoever this chart is, I am stating here, have this destiny. Now, like that, my friends, you study your chart, whether you take help of any astrologer or you get an intuition from the God. Still, 80% people have direct intuition from the God, depending upon their karma, depending upon their energy. So, this is the idea. I have not mentioned whether it is Vedic or Bhrigu Nadi. If you want to go for Vedic also, I can tell. First, whenever Saturn, Jupiter is in your chart together, or they are having positive aspects, or they are in front of each other, particularly if they are in the same sign or they are seeing each other, then a person will be born in a family where spirituality or some sort of religious personality or forefather is there, whether from maternal side or paternal side. That has to be seen depending upon the rest of the other things. There is another important concept. Whenever Jupiter, Saturn sees each other, the native will change his profession. Whatever he starts, just like he starts while working for somebody else, later on he will start his own venture. If he have initially own venture, later on some circumstances will be there that he has to move back to serving others, like that. But at what stage this condition will occur, that is not the point of discussion here. In this chart, in the first chart, it is clear. In the second chart, according to Vedic, Jupiter is seeing Saturn, and there is a relation, indirect relation also, because Jupiter is with Mars, and Saturn is sitting with the Venus sign, and Venus is in the Aries sign. Like that, there is a direct or indirect loop type of system. Ghum dham ke wo, that is in just like it is giving some short. But this is a chart of a prominent people. This is chart of a normal average people who have no name fame till this stage. We don't know about the future because we are not reading the chart, but just we are confirming. Now see the beauty of these two charts. Ketu of both those natives are in Mercury sign. Rahu of both these natives is in Jupiter sign. Saturn of both these natives is in a Saturn sign. But due to the change of nature of Rashi itself, there is a vast difference between these two people's Sanchit karma. But if we talk about the dispositor theory or the Lord of the Rashi, which is the same, somewhere their journey will cross with each other. I'm not talking about that they individually will cross each other, but at some stage of life, their journey, according to whatever I'm saying, Ketu, Saturn, Rahu, is going to cross. If this person has become spiritual, it will also become a spiritual. If this person has become an astrologer, this person will also become an astrologer. There is another important concept in Vedic astrology that says Saturn Ketu itself is a very good karka to learn the astrology. In both the charts, that is somewhere giving the result. If I talk about Bhrigu Nadi clearly use the concept, equal concept for all the planets. Each planets can aspect other planets with a 1, 5, 9, 2, 12, 3, 7, 11 aspects. Vedics have different type of aspects. In Vedic, we do consider dasha system and transit, but in Bhrigu Nadi, we consider the trine system and then progression of the planets and then the transit, like that, to tell about the exact events. But at the same time, in this video, I am going to touch about the KP astrology also. Because people make fun of others, which is not my cup of tea. My whatever the knowledge is there, in whatever way I can share to release my energy, I will release. But not all people will come and watch that on YouTube also, because their energy is obstructing to come. Or their energy is more positive, mine may be negative. Whatever way you want to take. I don't want to project myself that I am a very highly positive energy person. But thing is, you see it, in both the charts, Ketu is giving 4. Ketu is giving 4. Somewhere attachment to the home or karka of 4th house for the both the natives. Now, if this attachment is there, that attachment is there, because it has to start from Sanchit karma, even here. Now see the link between Ketu, Saturn and Rahu in both the charts. That common point you will get it, what I said it. Because in both charts, you see in the first chart, this 8, a journey started from 8 to 8. But here, 8 is not there. This person have a birth in the family where this 4 energy is more important. 8 energy. That may be sudden events, it may be occult, it may be a research, whatever you want to take it. And he has been throughout associated with this. According to me, this person has also worked in some organization, then converted into astrology or something like that, whatever you want to say it. And this person has also done the same thing. But he has started learning astrology at a very late stage in the life. But the planets, this Mercury, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter is very much important for both these natives. And that's why whether the planet is on those nakshatra or you can say have energy of that planet itself, you can see here Saturn, the energy of Mercury and Jupiter is present. Energy of Mercury and Jupiter is present. Here also energy in a more appropriate form is present along with Sun. Here it is Sun and here it is with Mars and Moon. He may have more money. He will earn more money because in my opinion, whenever Moon Mars have a good combination in your chart, that native can earn lot of money. And in this chart, you can see it, why I'm saying about that. Because some association is there between Moon and Mars. Moon is basically sitting in the Rashi of Venus, and Venus is with Mars. That's why this direct combination between Moon and Mars is there in their chart. That's why he has a more, you can say, earning in the life. And in this case also, as such, you will not able to see it. There is a combination between Moon and Mars, but may or may not be there. But right now, it is not seen like that. Only one combination you can say that Moon is aspecting that, but that is not the part of, because Moon is aspecting Venus, they both are in a Mars sign, but that is not a direct link. It is just like telling something other thing. But there is a relation, no doubt, in this chart. In this chart, why I'm saying there is a relation? Because there may be an association of at nakshatra level. But here, this association with Rahu, because whatever the energy is going to come in the future, it is indicating 3, 4, 8. That communication from the home in the field of astrology, communication in the field of some insurance sector, communication in the field of some sudden events at home, like that. Same way, you try to understand, irrespective of the method you have learned. If you have learned Vedic, you practice a lot with Vedic. I'm not saying you don't learn other numerology, KP, but your main primary tool has to be one. When your primary tool is one, then you can add on secondary tools, maybe 2 or 3. But your all predictions, when you start giving or start reading chart, your basic concept should start from that energy. In that way, if you will do it, you will get a very good prediction or very good indication or very good intuition from the God, and that energy will guide you what path you want to follow in life. So my friends, this video I started recording around 2-3 minutes were left in the Venus nakshatra. Then next nakshatra after Venus is going to be Mercury. Today being a Jupiter day, I will upload this video in the hora of Jupiter, and that's why you can see the God itself is helping me to record this video of 3 planets which I told: Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus. Jai Shri Ram.